We've looked at the signs of suicide risk. Now, what can we do to help a person who is in the midst of a suicidal crisis and put them in touch with the help they need? Engage the person at risk in a personal way. Let the person know you are paying attention and make the person feel accepted. Maintain eye contact. Let your personal reactions show on your face. Sit forward, lean toward the person, and don't get distracted. For example, convey empathy. Try and see and feel things from the person's perspective. Ask whether the person is thinking about suicide. Be direct but sensitive. It gives the person permission to talk about suicidal thoughts or plans. If the person is considering suicide, ask about their reasons. Reflect back in your own words what you are hearing to help the person feel that he or she is being understood. With understanding, you can then work together to find ways other than suicide to resolve the situation. Ask if the person has a plan. For example, have you thought of how you might kill yourself? Is there a gun in the house? How soon are you planning to do it? Ask whether the person has attempted suicide before. If you have any doubts about the level of danger, err on the side of caution. In a situation where a person's life is at stake, it is better to do too much than not enough.
So you're asking about where, when, and how they're planning on doing it, and you're looking for these kinds of issues. But you're also looking for any positive things, any things that light them up, any coping strategies that they're showing that are working for them. You want to support those. And you might even ask them, in the past when you felt bad, how have you dealt with it? What's helped?
This task involves you and the person at risk coming to an agreement and putting a plan into action to prevent the immediate risk of suicide. Be sure the person is able to play back the plan to you to show that he or she clearly understands it.
So you want to commit to doing things, and you want them to commit to doing things, and you want to play it back and make sure they're really understanding it. And we're really wanting to provide structure for them, to make it simple, direct, and with structure, because they're feeling fragmented. They're feeling like they're coming apart, and you need to provide the structure.
Remember that your role is to help until the immediate danger has passed. The action plan is not meant to be a total solution for all the person's problems. Be realistic. Do not make false promises or resort to phony statements. The person at risk agrees not to engage in any self-harming behavior for an agreed-upon time period. Ask the person to repeat the agreement out loud. Both of you will experience a feeling of relief. If you don't experience a feeling of relief, get them to help immediately. Make arrangements for emergency support if the steps of your plan for action cannot be carried out. For example, have the person or their parents call the local or national suicide hotline.
And lastly, what you're wanting to do is make a backup plan with them. What are they going to do if they get overwhelmed with suicidal thoughts or feelings between now and when you're going to do the next step of your plan or the next time you're going to see them? So you want to make sure that they have both the local and the national hotline numbers so that 24 hours a day they can reach another trained person at the end of the line who can help talk them through it. You also want them to be able to contact you, but if they can't get a hold of you, you want to make sure that they have those numbers.
After assistance is obtained, follow up to see how they are doing.